Did you know that diesel engines are built to last at least 500,000 miles? So why do so many drivers struggle to reach 100,000? In this video, I'll reveal 11 diesel secrets that only the most experienced drivers know. Some of these defy logic and even manufacturer recommendations, but they work like magic. Keep watching until the end because the last secret doesn't cost a dime, but it can save you $5,000. Secret number 11. Stop ignoring the glow plug light. Did you know that rushing the start sequence could shorten the lifespan of your glow plug and cause engine misfires? Not only that, but premature ignition floods the cylinder with unburned fuel. This can cause white smoke, hard starts, and long-term damage to cylinder walls. That's why newbie diesel drivers spend thousands of dollars on repairs even before they reach 100,000 miles. So, what should you do? Whenever you turn on your car, wait for the glow plug light to go off before you start it. The glow plug light looks like a spring and is impossible to miss. It does the same job as a spark plug in a gasoline engine, though not as efficiently. During winter, I recommend cycling twice before you start your engine. So, turn the key on, wait for the light to go off, switch off the car, and repeat. This sequence ensures that the chamber is hot enough for proper fuel ignition. Starting your diesel engine properly also protects the environment as it reduces raw diesel emissions. Additionally, clean starts put less strain on your battery and starter and extend the life of your glow plug. The average glow plug lasts between 80,000 to 100,000 miles. However, experienced drivers rarely change theirs before 150,000 miles and can go as high as 200,000 miles. Unfortunately, most engines don't even last that long. That's because many drivers also neglect the next secret. Secret number 10. Don't warm up, drive up. Everybody knows that diesel engines run best when they reach their optimal temperature. The question is, what is the best way to reach it? Contrary to what many motorists have been told, idling is a bad idea. When you idle a diesel engine, all you're doing is burning fuel, polluting the environment with nitrogen oxides and particulate matter. Let's not forget that the unburned fuel is diluting the engine oil, which means you wear out the engine more quickly. So, how should you warm up a diesel engine? First, remember the glow plug sequence we just discussed. Second, start the car and let it idle for 30 seconds. Any more than that, and you're already wasting fuel. Finally, start driving, but don't exceed 2,000 RPM until the engine temperature rises. Never floor a diesel engine before it's warm. This will wreck your turbocharger, which will mean thousands of dollars in repairs. Warming your engine the right way will ensure that oil reaches the critical components quicker. You'll also reduce cylinder wash, unburned fuel deposits, and exhaust smoke. Frankly, the fuel savings alone are worth it. Here's a disturbing fact. Idling burns a gallon of diesel per hour. That's a high price to pay for stupidity. But do you know what's even dumber than revving your engine too quickly? The next tip? Secret number 9. Never let it run empty. Diesel fuel is more temperamental than gasoline. It can get contaminated easily from water, wax, particulates, and bacteria. That's why diesel fuel tanks have a lot of junk at the bottom. So, whenever you're running near empty, all of that sludge and sediment gets sucked into the fuel pump. Over time, this will not only damage the pump, but also clog the fuel injectors and filters. That is why you should always top up your tank once it reaches at least a quarter. Some other mechanics recommend half a tank, but this is overkill. The main thing you need to protect is the fuel pump. If you constantly run your tank at or below 1/8, the fuel pump won't get enough lubrication. Doing this once or twice every few months won't be a problem. But if it's a regular practice, the fuel pump will overheat and you'll need a new one. This could cost anywhere from $700 to $1,500. If you have to replace your fuel pump before 100,000 miles, it means you're doing something wrong. Another problem with running near empty is condensation in the tank. Unlike gasoline, diesel doesn't create a high-pressure vapor that can displace air. So, when the temperature fluctuates in the tank, water vapor condenses on the tank wall and then contaminates the diesel. Tank water creates microbial growth, rust, and corrosion, which damage fuel systems. I should also add that some cars won't perform a DPF regen if the tank is below 1/4, but more on that later. For optimal performance, try to keep your tank full as much as possible and use winterized diesel fuel in cold weather conditions. While being a procrastinating pumper will ruin your engine after several years, this next one won't wait that long. Secret number 8. Don't rush the turbo cooldown protocol. Here's a hot take you might not like. New drivers should never buy turbochargers. Sure, they're a lot of fun, but they are also very sensitive. Even though they are a lot stronger than they were decades ago, turbochargers still go bad very quickly. For example, when you switch off a turbo immediately after driving, you'll cook the turbo bearings. That's because turbo manifolds can reach temperatures as high as 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit. That is as hot as lava. As long as the car is running, the oil will help get rid of that excess heat. However, once you turn it off, the oil coaks or burns onto the bearings. This carbon deposit restricts air and oil flow in the turbocharger, causing premature malfunction. And replacing a turbo is not cheap. You'll spend between $2,000 and $4,000 on a replacement if you're lucky. In higher-end cars like Mercedes SUVs, this could exceed $5,000. So, whenever you drive under load, like after towing, wait for 1 to 3 minutes before switching off the engine. This will give the oil and coolant enough time to get rid of any excess heat. If you're serious about protecting your turbocharger, there are 2 other things you need to do. We'll discuss the first much later, but the second is coming up next. Secret number 7. Don't sleep on diesel additives. Fuel additives have a nasty reputation, and for good reason. However, while most of the so-called additives used in gasoline engines are snake oil or barely useful, it's different in diesel engines. For starters, diesel additives are not optional. The process of creating ultra-low sulfur diesels strips the diesel of some of its lubricating properties. In standardized tests, ULSD has been proven to produce wear scars of 520 microns. What this means is that without an anti-friction additive, your engine will wear out much quicker. At the very least, you should be using top-tier diesel for every fill-up. The extra additives improve lubricity, prevent deposit formation, lower water and particulate contamination, and much more. If you don't have access to top-tier diesel, then use an additive like Hot Shot's secret everyday diesel treatment. Besides improved lubrication, this product also adds cetane. Diesel from most stations doesn't provide nearly enough cetane, including top tier. During winter, you need Diesel Winter Anti-Gel. Diesel freezes quickly, and starting your engine in winter can be difficult, so never run your vehicle without it. Using diesel additives religiously can also boost your fuel economy by up to 10%. This means additives could save you up to $500 per year. However, don't mess around with the wrong ones and end up with a broken engine. Watch this video to know which additives work. 13 fuel additives mechanics don't want you to know. Secret number 6, regularly clean or replace the turbo intercooler. Has your car developed a musical habit, such as whistling or hissing? Have you noticed poor or delayed acceleration? Or is your car blowing more smoke than usual? If so, you might have a dirty intercooler. Fortunately for you, the really bad signs haven't kicked in yet. The turbo intercooler plays an important role in cooling the hot air blowing into the engine. This cooling process ensures that more oxygen gets into the engine, which improves combustion and engine performance. But over time, the intercooler gets dirty. Oil mist and road debris can sneak in there and clog it. This increases the intake air temperature by up to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which reduces power output by up to 20%. As a result, the turbocharger will begin to strain, and if this continues, it will eventually fail. To prevent this from happening, clean the turbo intercooler every 30,000 to 50,000 miles, or at the first sign of trouble. One guy came into my shop, and his intercooler was full of oil. The PCV valve had gone bad, and he didn't notice it in time, all before 96,000 miles. Intercoolers are easy to clean, but if you take too long, you might need a new one. Cleaning can cost a few $100s, while a replacement can be as high as $4,000. A clean intercooler will save your turbo, but cleaning the next thing will save your engine. Secret number 5. Swap or clean dirty air filters immediately. Did you know that diesel engines are more reliant on air filters than gasoline engines? Diesel engines rely on compression ignition instead of spark plugs, so they need a lot more air. That's why diesel engines run on a very lean air-fuel ratio of between 25 to 1 and 40 to 1. On the other hand, gasoline engines only need between 12 to 1 and 15 to 1. This means that if you want your truck to reach 1,000,000 miles, you have to be religious with air filters. It also means that you might have to ignore whatever nonsense is in your manual. The car maker might say, swap out air filters every 12,000 to 15,000 miles. However, that's only if you drive in perfect conditions. If you live in an area with a lot of dust, drive on gravel roads, or spend a lot of time in traffic, you should change it more often. My rule is this: don't wait for it to get too dirty. Every 3 to 6 months, take it out and knock out any excess dirt. For best results, use an air compressor. However, if you're seeing black smoke, reduced fuel economy, and strange noises even after cleaning the filter, replace it. You should also change the filter maximum every 12,000 miles or once a year, even if it still looks clean. A filter is only $30, but a blown turbocharger costs 100 times more. Secret number 4. Professional fuel system cleaning every 30,000 miles. The worst thing about diesel engines is the soot. Carbon deposits, varnish, and sludge can build up in fuel lines, rails, and injectors in a heartbeat. That's why 60% of power loss complaints and fuel injector failures are due to dirty diesel fuel systems. And by the time it gets this bad, you're looking at a repair cost exceeding $2,000. Unfortunately, the way to avoid this problem is not cheap. If you want your diesel engine to last for decades, you need to get it professionally cleaned every 30,000 miles. This can range from a deep clean with additives for $100 to fuel polishing at $500. Fuel system cleaning can even cost up to $1,000. While it isn't inexpensive, it's worth it. Fuel savings alone can be as much as 15%. So, if you spend an average of $5,000 per year on fuel, a deep clean can save you $750. It will also prevent premature wear of turbochargers, injectors, cylinders, and much more. If you want to reduce the cost of your fuel system clean, make sure you do the next 3 things. Secret number 3. Monitor diesel particulate filter regeneration cycles. Between 22% and 46% of drivers ignore dashboard warning lights. While you might get away with it in a gasoline car, it's not worth the risk in a diesel. One of the lights you can't afford to ignore is the DPF regeneration light. The DPF warning light looks like an exhaust with dots inside. When that light comes on, It means there is soot buildup in the DPF that needs to be burned off. You have to keep driving until the car completes either a passive or active DPF regeneration. If you stop driving before the regeneration cycle is complete, there will be too much soot and you will eventually need new DPF. With proper driving habits, a DPF should last at least 100,000 miles. And trust me, you want it to last as long as possible because they cost a pretty penny. A replacement can set you back up to $2,500. However, a block DPF can strain the engine and turbocharger while also lowering fuel economy. In other words, ignoring DPF regen can cost you a full engine rebuild. One of the ways to prolong the lifespan of your DPF is our top secret. But before then, some people argue that this is the worst thing you can do to a diesel engine. Secret number 2. Change diesel oil based on soot load, not just mileage. Did you know that in city driving, a diesel engine can exceed its soot capacity in under 3,000 miles? This means that if you change the oil based on the recommendation in the manual, you could prematurely lose your engine. Most manuals and dealers recommend you change the oil every 7,500 to 10,000 miles. Some even say as high as 15,000 miles. However, that is the regular service schedule and not the severe service schedule. If you do a lot of city driving, short bursts, stop-and-go traffic, or heavy towing, that's not regular. That means you need to change your oil every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, and yes, with synthetic oil. Even if the oil looks fine, you still should change it at 5,000 miles maximum. That's because diesel soot gets into the oil, which makes it thicker than normal. As a result, the oil won't lubricate as it should, and it will damage your cams and bearings. So, if you don't want to be left with a $5,000 repair bill, change the oil often. Secret number 1. Drive it like you stole it. If you want your diesel engine to reach 500,000 miles, you can't afford to treat it like a baby. Diesel engines perform best at higher temperatures. This means that if you only use it for short trips or drive at pedestrian speeds, your engine will start wearing out before 100,000 miles. Driving at low RPM increases carbon buildup, clogs the DPF, and strains the turbocharger. Your reward for driving delicately will be a full engine rebuild. On the contrary, diesel cars should be operated between 1,500 to 2,500 RPM. If you only drive within the city, you need to give your car an Italian tune-up once a week. This is when you drive at 70 miles per hour for at least 20 minutes. This process burns off soot and carbon deposits, which is excellent for DPF regeneration. It also removes carbon deposits from fuel injectors and the EGR valve. Even though you will use a bit more fuel, you won't have to spend thousands on a new engine. Now that you know these 11 secrets, you'll be able to keep your diesel car on the road and out of repair shops for decades. As long as you're attentive, proactive with maintenance, and use high-quality fluids and filters, you'll be just fine. However, these secrets won't do you any good if you have the wrong driving habits. So watch this. 13 habits to make your car last over 500,000 miles without repairs.